this is actually a known ley line of paranormal activity. So a lot of energy does flow through here. The fact that there was a lot of satanic worshipping and all that just supercharged it.
The events that took place on March 7th went as planned, but everything changed when my brother-in-law was spiritually attacked. With my team by his side, I entered the tunnel with the Night Watchers crew to find answers for what was happening. The events that followed cannot be explained.
We're here at the Earnest Junction Tunnel. The tunnel was built in 1885. There is a very dark history behind this tunnel. Back in its construction, there was 3 men. There was McDuffie, O'Brien and Christensen. There was a explosion. They were doing demolition to clear the entire mountain, getting ready to lay the railway through here. But sadly, there was a failed detonation of the TNT. They were covered in 3 feet of rubble. And they tried to clear the rubble with a secondary charge that misfired, and McDuffie was killed here. Other things that have happened, there was a little boy when the tunnel was opened, and that was back in the 1930s, I'm pretty sure it was actually from our records. And when he entered the tunnel, this is where it takes a bit of a spooky turn. He entered the tunnel, he began screaming, convulsing, shaking, having what would today be considered an epileptic fit. But when he entered the tunnel, he said to his mum, "There's a tall man in a towel. He was staring at me at the front of the tunnel." So this was just as they entered the south side entrance of the tunnel. As they've come through here, sadly the boy did succumb to his psychological episodes.
Yep.
And he sadly died. He did not make it through the tunnel. He did die in this tunnel.
Wow.
Skipping forward to the late 90s, early 90s, late 90s, there is a World War II veteran here. What makes us think he is a World War II veteran is when the police came down here to clear it out of all the homeless. There was no homeless here except for a body that wore an Australian military coat. Obviously, with that situation, we can't really confirm if he was a part of the military. He was discovered with multiple stab wounds, and there is more multiple information about him, which I am able to give to the Night Watchers crew, for them to edit through with this, you guys, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because some of the details is a bit nitty and gritty.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
You know, so yeah, but there has been multiple sightings here. This tunnel does have a bit of a very dark history with other practices that have been taken on through here. There has been rituals.
Yeah.
So when it does come to investigating this, guys, come down here, be safe, travel in a group, don't ever come down here alone, and respect.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing I can give you guys, because there has been people, one of my team members, their brother did come through here, didn't respect anything that happened, and from what they tell me, he was physically thrown and lifted upon the wall. We're not going to lie, the rituals done here are dangerous. This place is kinetically charged with paranormal activity. I'm not going to lie, I feel it. Yeah, but basically with...
Tell them what you do, what you are, like you medium.
Well, I am a sensitive medium, and I am an empath.
Yeah.
Like everyone, we're not all professionals, but...
Learning as we go?
I am learning as we go. So, coming through here tonight, I did notice there was a lot of voices. I can verbally pick up voices, I can see figures, I can see shadow figures.
Yep.
But when it comes to the paranormal, I'm more openly welcome. There is a very big cold spot, guys, right here. I'm not sure if you can actually feel that, but look at my arms.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, I don't know.
I actually did feel a little bit of a temperature change.
I've actually got goosebumps.
For a second, I don't know. But like you said, you do feel that stuff more so.
Yeah, I'm more physically and mentally open to that. Like, when I enter a location, my barriers are down. Like, I do have a lot of people, other mediums reaching out saying, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And my personal question is, why not?
Yeah.
You got to learn somehow.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm a big believer in as long as you're respectful in any sort of field, really. As long as you have respect for the field, and I think it's fine if you try different things and different experiments to see what works, what doesn't work, because there's no written rule book.
Absolutely.
You know?
There's no how-to, what's wrong, what's right.
Nobody's a professional in this field. It's basically, like I've said many times, many of my followers will tell you that it's one of those things, unless you've died and gone to the other side and studied it for years, then you come back and tell us the ways. No one's a professional, you know? It's one of those things, we're all learning, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, this does remind me a lot of the Delartra Tunnel.
I keep seeing a figure standing right here with us, and I'm pretty sure it is Maggie.
Maggie.
Have you got a feeling right now? Is you know when you like go brush your hair back, your forehead gets pulled back a bit?
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting.
it's really weird.
Sadly, due to the spiritual attacks towards Nathan, both him and my team were unable to assist with the initial investigation. Upon asking the team if we should abort and leave the location, Nathan refused and said something wants us here and insisted that I return to the tunnel. However, unknowns to Nathan, the paranormal forces that are attempting to corrupt both his mind and soul would soon take a very strong interest into the events currently happening in the tunnel. Both Dan, Simon and myself were not prepared for the events that soon followed.
Timmy, if you are here, Timmy, can you please yell out to me, say hello? Maggie, if you are here. Maggie, if you're here, can you please come forward and, say hello to us, let us know you are here. Please yell your name out or something. Top Hat Jack, if you're here, can you please come forward and say hello? It's Duffy, isn't it? Duffy the other one?
McDuffie.
McDuffie? Yeah.
Yep.
McDuffie, if you are here, are you here with us as well? Little Timmy, we've got a ball there. What do you got?
Unknown to Dan and Simon, the EVP that I captured using the parabolic headphones was terrifying. What could easily be explained as a solid male scream echoed from the south entrance of the tunnel.
Something just moved those objects.
Did it?
Something just moved those objects. I just heard legit, like ruffling.
It wasn't us walking in?
No, listen, can't hear anything behind.
Oh, behind, okay, so it's in front, it's direct, yeah, righto, okay. Learn something new every day, guys. If you are there, can you please move those objects for us? We'd really appreciate it. Make sure you're locked onto that, dude. What?
Is that you, Maggie?
Can you please do that again? That was a phone. please move those dolls again, that doll and the ball? If you are here, Timmy, can you please kick that ball to us down here? Or can you say my name? My name's Dan. What about you, Maggie? Can you say my name?